everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing a Scrawlr box unboxing. This is the January 2019 box, and let's get this open. Looks like there's a little caramel candy. Look at that. That I probably won't eat because I really don't like these, and please ignore, I know this is going to bring a lot more attention, but ignore my right thumb. I painted my nails before filming this video and it just got messed up opening the box. So we have the featured artist of the month. Looks like it's GOB and their Instagram is _GOB if you want to check them out. And inside we have 2 sheets of paper. So I'm having to do a voiceover for this because while I was filming this video, I thought my laptop on the Audacity application, I thought it was recording the whole thing, but I was only left with my cell phone audio because I recorded with my cell phone, and that was unimpressive. So inside it has the little card with the list of materials and then the challenge of the month. It looks like the challenge is growing up. Also inside we got this cute little scrawlrbox sticker, which I put on my laptop. And don't mind me just trying to pose for a thumbnail. So we have this Faber Castell 2H pencil. And I haven't used many pencil brands other than Derwent, but it does feel a lot smoother and just a lot easier to write with. So I really like that pencil. And then we have the Sakura brush pen, and I've only ever used the Sakura Micron pens for lining. This pen was very smooth. I really like it. And here we have the beautiful, the great, the Micron 01 pen. It's so tiny. Look at it. And it's really nice to have another one because mine dried out. Next contestant is the Faber-Castell white pen. I was actually not impressed with this one. It's very light. It's not pigmented at all. And this chunky boy is the Windsor Promarker. It's their alcohol-based marker, and this is the shade Burnt Sienna. Very smooth marker, but compared to some paints I have, I wouldn't really call this a burnt sienna. It doesn't have that burnt sienna quality I'd like. Next up we have the, again, Windsor Promarker in shade Cinnamon. This is a really nice shade. I'm noticing it's a little pink. It's like a pinky brown, almost like a mauve. Is that mauve? Moving on to the last thing in the box, we have the marker in Dusky Pink. Now I did spoil the surprise of what's in the box because I watched Drawing with Waffles, and yeah, she did not get these colors at all. Nope. Like, I was really hoping for these shades, but I guess I gotta work with what I got because that's what came in the box. So this month's theme is growing up, and I decided to kind of do like a situation based on my experience growing up. Don't live in my parents' house anymore. I pay bills. Sometimes they're a little past due. And it's kind of hard to balance because while all of my friends still live at home, they're under all their parents' plans, they don't have bills to pay, they don't have to worry about past due bills. I wanted to do a drawing of a girl with like her hands on her face, sitting down on the floor with bunny slippers, looking at all her past due balances, because when you're starting off as a young adult and you still feel like you're really young, you have all these bills to pay and you got a kid, it's a little overwhelming, and sometimes it's hard to like keep track of bills, and that's something you really have to get used to because you're grown up now. So yes, I'm basing this character a lot on myself, and especially how my hair looked while I was filming. You know, I had my hair and a ponytail on top, woke up, didn't even touch it. There was strands going everywhere, so that's what I based it on. Now with the limited color selection, I feel like I'm doing the 3-color challenge. I decided to use the Dusky Pink for the shirt and slippers. I think I used Cinnamon for the skin tone, and then the burnt sienna for my hair. So that's what I'm planning out right now, to see if all that looks good together before I do the final piece on the second piece of paper. So I'm using the first sheet as just like my little test, and I don't know if you've noticed from when I colored in with the Dusky Rose from now, these markers dry a lot lighter than when you initially put them down, which kind of makes me mad. I thought things I can't speak, dried darker when they dry down. I guess not with these. I don't know. I don't use a lot of alcohol-based markers. I've never used Copic markers, but I saw them at Blick. They called me poor, so I walked away. Yeah, that Dusky Rose was very light. Moving on to the final, so this is a high polymer eraser. It's my favorite. I decided for the final, I wanted to change her position to make her seem like she's more on the floor. My little quick sample sketch, I don't know what kind of position that was. I'm not looking at a reference at all for this. Probably should, because my knowledge on anatomy is very small. And I do have a whole book of anatomy for the artist. Have I looked through it? No. Have I drawn references from it? One, and I didn't finish that piece, so that's that on that. So related to the theme of this month, ooh, my voice. So I changed her position to like this more sitting down position, and when I finally did look up like a reference photo to kind of get an idea of like where the knees are and how to cross the legs, I googled crisscross applesauce. I got some growing up to do. I still call it crisscross applesauce. And when you look up crisscross applesauce, all that comes up is like little kids sitting on the floor. So I had to look up woman sitting cross-legged just to get more like a more just to get the anatomy of like a grown person sitting cross-legged on the floor, because I'm a young adult, not a child. Now, I also don't know why I do this, but when I sketch very loose. Like, she's mad loose. Like, I don't even sketch in details. I decide that the perfect time to actually draw the fingers and all the details is when I'm lining. Now, please don't do this mistake. When you do your sketch, actually sketch what you're going to line, because I just decide to wing it when I'm lining after my sketch instead of actually sketching what I want it to look like. So I don't have any fingers drawn in, I don't have any details drawn in. I didn't draw in how I wanted her shirt to look. I didn't really draw in how I wanted the pants to look. I initially wanted it to be like baggy sweatpants, but then as I was lining, because I kind of forgot that, they turned out more like leggings. But I guess that's more accurate to what I wear every day. I just wear leggings. I'm rarely in sweatpants. When I'm in sweatpants, I'm at home. So I had a few oopsies with this piece. I decided to use the brush pen to like outline her sweater just to add more like line definition throughout the piece, and I went a little too hard on that. The thickness of the line on the sweater is just a little too much. I swear to you, I'm better at drawing than this. I just don't draw characters very often, and because this is all materials I don't use all the time, I wanted to draw in a way I don't draw all the time, and that didn't really turn out. Neither did this Faber Castell pencil turn out, because as I was trying to color in, the nib just went inside, but it was still usable. This is one of the reasons why I got this art subscription in the first place, because for a few months now I've been drawing mostly digitally on my iPad. So it's been a bit since I actually picked up a pencil to do something. And aside from my Venom piece, I completely forgot how to draw on paper. I completely forgot how to plan things out, you know? So it's really like a good learning experience. I was also going to use this art subscription box as a way to give back to my viewers, especially to those who can't afford to just go and get these kinds of art supplies on their own. I wanted to compile a few monthly boxes together. Maybe it's just these few shades, but only the browns would blend together, but the pink and the browns, they weren't that very good at blending. So if you're better at that, these are for you. I won't be using these markers again, so I will definitely be giving them away. Stay tuned for the March box, because I really want to get 3 boxes together for a much juicier gift to you guys. And if you made it to the end of this video, I want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram.